A very good evening, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you to meeting number 21 of the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters Club. Welcome to another enriching, power packed, interesting meeting full of learning, speeches, double evaluations, and the round robin table topic segment. I'm Toastmaster Priya Singh, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Before we begin, let me highlight a few guidelines to ensure a smooth and productive meeting. Our session today is for approximately 2 hours, and you are all requested to be there for the entire duration of the meeting to get the maximum experience from it. Your videos should be on and audio should be off unless you need to speak or are called upon to speak during the meeting. While at Toastmasters, there is no restriction on speaking on sensitive topics such as sex, religion, and politics. Here at the Gabbys, we request all participants and guests to be mindful and refrain from speaking any controversial views on such sensitive topics. At the Gabbys, we stand by our club mission, which is to create a supportive and positive learning space where members build confidence, communication, leadership, resulting in an enhancement in their personal growth. Today's theme is beautiful. What is it? Decoding our superpower. What a wonderful, unique theme. And here's a small poem to begin the meeting based on this theme. Little sparks inside you deep, not visible yet, in state of sleep. When kindled by you, they'll ignite, they'll rise, and on you shine the light. Your magic resides in simple things, in your hopes, dreams, and tiny wings. So decode the strength in your chest. It will help uncover your very best. Your power isn't bold or grand. It grows each time you take a stand. So with that, I would now welcome our presiding officer for today's evening, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal. Toastmaster Renu Kaushal is a certified soft skills and posh trainer and aspiring image consultant, a Triple Crown winner and path breaker. Renu is deeply passionate about connecting with people, understanding their stories, and empowering them to grow through meaningful conversations. Beyond her professional work, she enjoys cooking and gardening, which help her to always stay centered and grounded. So let's put our hands together to welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal.
Thank you so much, Madam Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Priya, for that beautiful start and also this timely start. We have started our meeting on time. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm the presiding officers for today's meeting. So I hereby declare Gabby's Online Advanced Toastmasters meeting number 21 open. Since we don't have many guests around the meeting, but for the benefit of the guests who will be watching this recording later, I would just like to share a little bit about what is this Toastmasters community all about. So it all began in the year 1924. Yes, Toastmasters community is 100 years plus year old community. So in the year 1924, Dr. Rahul S. Smedley, he started the very first club in Santa Ana, California, where he wanted to help people practice public speaking. Right? So from that single club, Toastmaster has now grown into a global network of more than 270,000 members, which are across 14,000 clubs and in more than 148 countries. And they all share one common mission, and that is to empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. Here at Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters, we keep that spirit alive, and
Hera, speak with Hera.
our meetings are a safe learning space where we speak, we listen, we give feedback, and most importantly, we all grow together. So I urge each one of you to stay for the entire duration of the meeting, and I shall come back for everyone's feedback towards the end of the meeting. Now let's set the stage for today's exciting meeting, and it's my privilege to invite our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mamta Jain. I'll just allow me to introduce her. Toastmaster Mamta Jain, she brings with her a unique blend of creativity and logic, being both as a visual designer and as an engineer. Hers is a rare combination which shapes her perspective, allowing her to tackle challenges with imaginative flair and analytical precision. Beyond her professional pursuit, she finds joy in swadhyaya, reading religious texts, painting, and practicing yoga. She has joined Toastmasters with a clear and inspiring goal to become a more confident and impactful speaker. Let's join our hand to welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Mamta Jain.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Let me begin with a question. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be? Please answer.
Mine would be to eat as much as I want and not put on weight.
Nice. Flying, invisibility, or maybe the ability to stay calm when Wi-Fi disconnects. We often think of superpowers as something extraordinary, reserved for comic book heroes. But the truth is, each one of us has superpowers hidden within. Some are loud, like courage, creativity, or leadership. Others are quiet, like patience, empathy, or the power to make others smile. Today's theme, Decode Your Superpowers, is about discovering and understanding what makes you special, the strengths that help us grow, connect, and inspire. Toastmasters, in many ways, is like a superhero training academy. When we take up a role, deliver a speech, or offer feedback, we are training our confidence, communication, and courage. Every meeting helps us decode a new power, the power to express clarity, to listen deeply, or to lead with empathy. Now, let me quickly walk you through today's meeting structure, which is made up of three powerful segments. The first segment is prepared speeches, where our speakers will showcase their unique powers, the power of ideas, and storytelling. Then comes table topics, where spontaneity becomes the superpower. And finally, the evaluation session, where feedback transforms into growth, the ultimate power of improvement. Before we move to our first segment, let's welcome a leader who observes every mission of this superhero meeting, our general evaluator. The general evaluator ensures that every segment runs smoothly and helps us decode the areas of improvement for future meetings. Please welcome Toastmaster Ritu George, our general evaluator. who will now introduce us to their own team superheroes, the TEL team, the timer, language evaluator, and listener, each one with a special power to observe, measure, and appreciate. Toastmaster Ritu George is an image consultant, personal branding coach, grooming and etiquette expert, a passionate yoga teacher, a former
Yeah.
hotelier with sales background, and past president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. She believes that a well groomed outer persona coupled with superior interpersonal skills is a winning combination in any field. Please take the stage, Toastmaster Ritu George.
That's my superpower, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mamta. Thank you very much for the lovely introduction. As a general evaluator, I have already started and will continue to keep a hawk eye on the meeting for its entire duration. With a laser sharp vision, I will note down everything that happens and does not happen during the meeting. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. And at the end of the meeting, I will share my report. Well, as the saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. And to carry out this role as a general evaluator is no small feat. And to assist me in this mammoth task, I have a squad of 7 superhero Toastmasters, whom we fondly refer to as the TEL team. Well, let me introduce the first superhero squad member, the timer. Toastmaster Esha. She is a pro-life person. She likes chaos and being busy. Well, today she's going to be busy taking care of the time. Over to you, Toastmaster Esha. Please tell us your.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritu. So, when it comes to superpowers, I couldn't answer immediately because I was thinking. And then it occurred to me that yes, my superpower is to be a Miss Quick Fix. So, I always like to look for solutions on the internet for something, for a quick fix to everything. So, I am the timer for today. And as the timer, I will be timing the speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker on the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards. So, I would like to show the green, yellow, and red cards now. So, this is the yellow card. Then this is this I will be yeah, sorry, one moment. So I will be displaying initially the green card when the when the person has completed in a speech. When the person has completed 5 minutes of the speech, or in the case of icebreaker speech, they have completed 4 minutes of the speech, or when I will show the yellow card once they have completed. Yeah. Yeah. So once they have reached the middle of the speech around 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and I will be showing the red card after the completion of the time, that is 6 minutes in case of yeah, icebreaker speeches, and in case of other speeches, it will be 7 minutes, and in case of table topics, it will be 2 minutes. And after this, there will be a grace period of 30 seconds, and 30 seconds also before the green card is flashed. So, best of luck to all the speakers for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster Esha. Time is money, and you told us that we have to be mindful of that today. Well, next member of my squad is the language evaluator. She's Toastmaster Uttara Sharma. Born in Navi Mumbai and now based in Bangalore, Uttara is a learning and development professional with 25 plus years in sales, training, learning strategy, and leadership facilitation. A proud parent to Sultan, her black Labrador. She's a motorcyclist who loves connecting with people and canines. Known for her resilience, honesty, and expressiveness, she maintains a strong, progressive outlook. Uttara currently leads learning and development, learning and knowledge for IBM's business operations service line. Over to you, Uttara, Toastmaster Uttara, for your role.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ritu. And a very good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters. It is my pleasure to be playing the role of the language evaluator, my first role in Toastmasters. As the language evaluator, it is my responsibility to pay very close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will also make note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and role players of today's meeting. The report will focus on 5 major areas: filler words such as inappropriate interjections, for example, and, well, but, so, you know. The use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. Repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, or this means, this means. Unintentional long or short pauses made by the speakers. And of course, any misuses of the English language and any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As the language evaluator, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is potent, which means having a great power, influence, or effect. The relevance of this word is a strong word to describe the power, strength, or impact of a realized superpower. An example sentence is humor is a surprisingly potent superpower when it comes to diffusing tense situations in the workplace. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, and I'm going to be posting the word of the day, its meaning, and examples in the chat for everybody's reference. I will give a word of the day report and language usage report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ritu George.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uttara, the language evaluator for today, laying the ground rules very clearly in a succinct manner. We look forward to your report and good luck to you on your debut role today.
Thank you.
Go break a leg. Finally, I would like to call upon the listener for today, Toastmaster Rahul Swami. He's a fitness enthusiast and a marketing analyst at Sanofi, Hyderabad, with over 4 years of work experience. An ambitious, strategic thinker with a knack for learning new things. He has come back to the Gabbys to continue his public speaking journey. In his free time, he loves to work out, spend time with his pet and his family. Over to you, listener Rahul, Toastmaster Rahul.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator Ritu, for a warm introduction. And a very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a listener of the day, I will be paying very close attention to what is being said in the evaluation as well as speeches and everything in between. And I will pose few brief questions to check how attentive you guys were in the meeting, and I will share these questions at the end of the meeting. So say uh, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for your role. When you speak, you're only repeating what you know. When you listen, you might learn something new. A beautiful quote by Dalai Lama. We look forward to you displaying your excellent speaking skills. Well, in addition to the 3 Trioka I have just introduced, I have 4 more speech evaluators who I will be introducing at a later stage. The evaluators, one, will be assessing the speakers and what was said, And evaluators too will be looking out for how it was said. That was all from me. Me and my squad will be back. I hand over the virtual stage back to the Toastmaster of the day. Let's look for a potent meeting.
Now, let's move to our first segment, prepared speeches, where our superheroes, our speakers, will showcase the power of their ideas, voice, and storytelling. Each speaker is a reflection of courage and growth, a moment where a member decodes their next level of confidence. We have two speeches today. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta. Sanjay Gupta has over 15 years of experience in the real estate and finance industry, focusing on commercial strategy and operations. He currently serves as Senior Director for Commercial Delivery and Resilience at JLL. Originally from Rewa, Madhya Pradesh, Sanjay has lived and worked across the country and has been calling Bangalore home for the past 4 years. He is going to deliver a level 1, project 1 of the pathway persuasive influence. The project name is Icebreaker. Each speech duration will be 4 to 6 minutes. His speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Dr. Archana and Toastmaster Priya Singh. Please give the confirmation of your availability. Are you available?
Yes. I'm here.
And Toastmaster Archana?
Yes,
Yes,
both
I'm
of us
here.
are there. Yeah.
Okay. So let's welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta. Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta. Process Trump goals. Process Trump goals. Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta.
Thank you, Mamta. Uh, I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta. I'm here to deliver my first prepared speech in Toastmaster, an icebreaker to start my Toastmaster journey of persuasive influence path. My topic of today is process trumps over goals. I want to take this opportunity to introduce myself by talking about my experience and how Toastmaster will help me elevate my profile. I'm a very methodical person. Once I sign up for anything, I follow the process. I wasn't that person always, but I have become one now. Some of you may have read Atomic Habits book. I'm very that kind of a guy. In last few years, I've picked one of things where I needed to change or improve myself, and then it did it very diligently. I'll give few examples from my own process. I think it was end of 2021 and start of 2022. I wanted to pick reading as a habit, and I was doing this for last 3 years. And I had a target of 25 books every year. During the year, I lost track of things, got busy with work and things like that. So, and this happened for me for 3 years. And in each of the 3 years, I couldn't meet the target of reading 25 books a year. I knew something was not working for me. And I got that feeling of maybe not being happy about it, right? So I said, what should I do? And how do I change myself so that I could arrive at my goal? And how do I better structure it? So I went to the drawing board and broke my yearly goal into small habits or small processes. So I broke 25 books every year means 2 books every month. 2 books every month means maybe a 30-minute every day. So I started reading and I wanted to follow it diligently, right? And once I did it, almost I think that in that year I did for 350 days, and I was super impressed with the results. You know how many books I read that year? Any guesses? I read 50 books, and that was amazing feeling. And relating to today's heading of the meeting, I had decoded my superpower. I knew this process are working for me, and I can deliver it on other things. Every year, I started picking one or two habits and start tracking it properly, whether it is on Excel or on diary, on my personal diary and things like that. But few of the activities that I did, one thing I learned from that, I started saving time from them. Maybe I started becoming a better version of myself. Some of the habits that helped me kind of become that way was, one was I wanted to be an active daily. So I used to do exercise sometimes in a week, but then I didn't do every day. So I made a personal target that I need to do 5,000 steps per day. Then I'd follow it diligently. Other thing I tried doing it is regular diary writing. So I was not very frequent on diary writing. So I said want to write a 1 page every week, not more than that, but definitely not less than that, and then followed it diligently. So all these processes have worked for me, and that's how I felt that process always trumps over goals. So this brings to my original question, why I'm here. In the last 18 to 24 months, professionally, I've been getting some feedback that I need to improve my presence and have that influence with C-suite leadership. One of my mentors said, why don't I try Toastmasters? I was not sure what it is. I did some background work in last 6 months or so, and then ended up joining Toastmasters last month. So I have a process in mind. What I'm going to do is continuously every week, I'll do one role every week at a time. It may be a simple role of being a timer, be a listener, delivering a speech, or just dialing in and listening the whole conversation and how people are delivering a speech. I know this is going to work for me. That's how I see it. I'm going to end my speech with one thing that I've learned from Star Wars. There's a statement made by Master Yoda where he says that do or do not, there is no try. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Mamta.
Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta, congratulations on delivering your first speech so efficiently. Now, our second.
Just Mamta, before you go ahead, I'll have to drop off at 8:30. I think I said to Renu, if I'm right. So I'll go and listen to the feedback later. Just wanted to keep you posted on that.
Can we have a standing ovation for our icebreaker speech, please?
Thank you, everyone.
Now, our second speaker is Nancy Goel, DTM. Nancy Goel, DTM, is a director and partner at Practive Consulting and Training, LLP, a vibrant consulting and training services company which serves MSMEs, non-profits, and corporates across India. She has more than 10 years of entrepreneurial experience and a strong expertise in business intelligence and data analyst. Nancy is a chartered president of the Gabbys and currently serving as a VP Education of the Gabbys. She is going to deliver Level 1, Project 4, Part 1 of the Pathway Persuasive Influence. The project name is Evaluation and Feedback. Speech duration will be 5 to 7 minutes. Her speech will be evaluated by Toastmasters Sachin Jaiswal and Akshay Singh DTM. So, I want to confirm, are you available? Toastmaster Sachin Jaiswal?
Yeah, I'm available.
Yes, I'm available.
So, let's welcome our second speaker, Nancy Goel, DTM. Nancy Goel DTM, trust. Trust, Nancy Goel DTM.
I have a task for all of you. Yes, I have a task for all of you. And the task is, listen to me carefully. I will be asking one question. The story goes something like this. It's a story from a village. Two kids, Raju and Meera. They both used to play with each other. Now, how many of you remember those glass marbles, those colorful glass marbles we used to collect? Raise of hands. Yes. Some of you are pretty new to this world, and for those who are little old like me, they remember those glass marbles. For those who don't remember or don't know, glass marbles are small marbles that we used to collect to play with other kids. It's a collection to adore. Raju and Meera also had their own collections. They used to collect a lot of different glass marbles and they kept their own collection with them. One day, Meera looked at Raju's collection and said, "Oh, I love that beautiful red marble that you have." Raju also looked at Meera's collection and he felt that, okay, there are some nice marbles she also has. That's where they both decided that, okay, let's exchange our collection. We are already playing with one set of marbles from our side. Since we like each other's collection more, let's exchange. They decided that they will be exchanging this collection tomorrow. One more night with their own marbles. Raju, when he was playing with the marbles for the last time, he realized that this green one that Meera is not much aware of, that's his treasure trove. That is something he doesn't want to give it just away. He kept that marble under the pillow and took rest of the marbles the very next day to exchange with Meera. Meera, on the other hand, she brought her marbles as well. The exchange happened. Both were happy, both were peaceful, or so we believed. Meera was really happy that she got a new set of marbles. Raju, on the other hand, was feeling, is she also hiding something? Is she not giving the marble that's probably the most beautiful one? Is Meera being truthful to her? Is Meera being transparent to her and giving it all? I'll take a pause here. The question for all of you. How many of you related here with Meera? Give it all away so that you are peaceful and happy. Be as transparent as possible so that you can lead a peaceful life. I see one hand raised, two, three. That's all. Okay. Now, how many of you identified yourself with Raju? The one who's keeping something back and giving rest of it away. Suspected so. Very few of us, maybe Chaitra only. How many of you feel that there's a Raju in your life? You feel that you can't trust somebody. Sheikh, Seema, Sachin, Chaitra, Ritu. Well, that's quite a task. Rest of you are still asleep. Never mind. Moving on. This is a story that I used with one of my mentees. This is a story that I shared in one of my mentoring sessions for explaining a concept called trust. Here, we all are very quick to judge Raju that, okay, he's the one who's betraying, and that's the reason he's not able to trust. Add on some corporate flair to it, you will realize that sometimes we are carrying a lot of baggage in terms of experience. We have been betrayed, and that's one of the reasons we are not able to trust. All of us at certain point feel like we are Miras, but somewhere we are Rajus as well. Because we have been betrayed, we feel that the other person will betray us. And that's where our relationships suffer. That's where we feel that, okay, the other person is probably holding something against us, even though that the person is not. And that's where we hold ourselves back in giving our full into the relationship, whether it's our personal life or professional life. And that's very common. Generally, the solution to this is probably communication. We say that communication didn't happen correctly. The vocal, verbal, and the visual aspect of communication was at play. It was the WhatsApp chat due to which the problem happened. It was probably the phone call due to which the problem happened. Or I was expecting her to say this, or she was expecting me to say this. These kind of conversations happen. Look a little deeper. Is it communication? Or is it some past experience that's holding the person back? Look beyond communication, look more into the past experience. I think that will help you break that ice with the person. At the same time, savor that relationship probably for a longer duration than you can expect. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
That was inspiring. Each speech reflected a unique, potent, and superpower, clarity, courage, or creativity. Remember, decoding your strength is not about perfection, it is about persistence and progress. Now, let's move to our next exciting segment, table topics. Here, our superheroes will test their power of spontaneity and quick thinking. It's time to discover who can think, speak, and inspire, all in a blink of an eye. Let's welcome our table topic master, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal, who will take us through this adventure of impromptu brilliance. Toastmaster Renu Kaushal is a certified soft skills and post trainer and an inspiring image consultant. A triple crown winner and path breaker, Renu is deeply passionate about connecting with people, understanding their stories, and empowering them to grow through meaningful conversations. Beyond her professional work, she enjoys cooking and gardening, activities that help her stay centered. Please take the stage, Toastmaster Renu Kaushal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. Good evening once again, Toastmasters. It's time for a special round robin table topic session. Yes, we don't have the contemporary table topic sessions. We have a round robin table topic sessions, which is the GOAT twist, the Gabbys Online Advanced Toastmasters twist. So let me help you how it works. So what I am going to do is I'm going to give 5 topics, one topic at a time. For each topic, I'll be asking to raise hands with maybe 3 speakers. 3 speakers can raise their hand, and I'll pick one of the all the 3. And each speaker will be allowed to speak for 1 minute. Please note the timer. Each speaker will be allowed to speak 1 minute, and after 1 minute, they'll be muted. So get ready for some quick thinking and spontaneous fun. And in the process, lots of laugh and maybe unveiling our superpowers. So, can you please raise your hand if who all would like to volunteer for the first round of the table topic? Yes, I can see first hand being raised. It's Toastmaster Ashwani, seeing her after a very, very long time. Welcome to the meeting, Toastmaster Ashwani. Can we have Ismail Khan, please? Are you a guest? Ismail Khan, would you like to take the topic? Okay. Shaikh Shima, would you like to take the topic? Okay, Grishma.
Quick question. Quick
Yeah.
question. So,
Yes.
will three people be talking on the same topic? Can you just
Yes.
little bit
Yes.
brief?
Yes. What I'll be giving is I'll be giving you one topic, and I'll be taking up 3 nominations, or I'll be as I was doing, I was picking up names, right? So yes, I have the
Go by
Toastmasters.
series like 1, 2,
Yeah,
3. The
you'll
same
have to
topic.
continue. Say, we'll begin with you. Ashwani will start, and then Toastmaster Archana will continue from where you left in the topic, right? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it's just the this is a twist kind, right? So Chaitra, I have my first 3 nominations here, and get ready for the first topic.
So, I'm sorry, I'm asking you too many questions. This is something
No
very
worries,
new
no
to
worries,
me.
please. Yes,
The second speaker will continue from where the first speaker has left, or
left
they just have to
after 1
speak.
minute. Yes, after 1 minute.
But they'll have to speak on the topic only, na?
Yes, or related to the topic itself. Okay, we'll go about. You will experience as you do. So the first topic is, you all will agree that laughter is a potent superpower. Imagine if laughter was a currency, how rich would you be? If laughter was a currency, how rich would you be? I will start with Chaitra Lakshmi Narayan. Chaitra, can you please start?
Hi, everybody. Good evening. This is Chaitra Lakshmi Narayan. First of all, thank you so much for this time of yours, which is very, very precious. And thank you for this topic. Quite an interesting one and also equally challenging. If laughter was a currency, how rich you would be. Believe me, God forbid I had the potent, I had the strength to have that currency with me. Because with my experience, I cannot imagine a potent strength as that of laughter. Laughter is fun, which I can thoroughly feel through experience. Think about comedians, think about all your joyful friends, think about those little babies that make you rich through their laughters. People who
We'll go with Ashwani now.
If laughter was a currency, I would be the Elon Musk, who is the richest person in the world. What's so easy, isn't it? You just have to laugh and you have money flowing in. You just have to make fun. Whether it is funny, not funny, it doesn't matter. You just laugh and you're having money flowing in your bank. What not? I'll just have food and I look at the pizza, I laugh. I look at the burger, I laugh. I look at all of you, smile, and I laugh. So that's all. It's as simple as that. Why do you have to care, where you have to stress out, and because of that stress out you have a lot of hair fall and you get a lot of acne? Why all that, when life is so simple and you just have to laugh and you have money flowing in your account? I think, yeah, I would be a richest. Maybe Elon Musk is just he is putting a lot of effort to be the richest here. Maybe it will be
Yes, Toastmaster Archana.
If laughter would have been the currency, I would have woken up early in the morning and go to the laughter club nearby
every morning the oldies there, they used to laugh and laugh a lot without any reason. But now I've got a reason and get lot of currency with that, and would be the richest person in the town. So definitely I will join that club immediately and as early as possible. We all have heard that laughter is a medicine, so it gives you health and now wealth also. So definitely laughter, I'll go for it and be the richest person in the club. Thank you.
Great, great. Thank you for all your attempt. Yes, laughter is definitely a currency, but my question was how much rich you are now. So that is what I wanted to know. We would like to become Elon Musk, as Ashwati said, or maybe we could value laughter more as maybe the elderly people more. But yes, what we are currently at. Okay, can we have raise of hands for the second round of table topic? Toastmaster
That
Sachin,
was
would
a
you
fun
like to?
one, I should say, before you go ahead with anyone. That was fun.
Toastmaster Sachin, would you like to give it a try?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. Thank you. Toastmaster Pallavi Agarwal, are you a guest?
Yes, I am guest over here, but a regular guest over here.
Yes, I do identify that voice. Thank you for coming by. Okay. Okay. I see Sanjay Gupta. Toastmaster Sanjay is still in the meeting room. Can we have you on the camera, please? No. Okay. Our journal evaluator, Toastmaster Ritu.
Sure, why not?
Great, great. Thank you. So your topic is complete this sentence. My greatest superpower isn't about what I can do. My greatest superpower isn't about what I can do. It is about how I can make others feel. It is how I can make others feel. Can we start with Toastmaster Ritu?
Yes. Superpower is not something, we all have our strengths, right? What you bring out of other people actually displays what if you have that superpower in you. And I think I can proudly say I do bring out the best in people. I like to be encouraging. Well, I start with where I wasn't born that way. I learned it while living, and more so after becoming a mother. I have two young adults who I'm still raising, and another older adult who also, I don't want to say too loudly, is my husband. So I have three people in this house who I attend to. And they need a lot of attention, a lot of listening, a lot of encouragement, a lot of a pat on the back here and there. So that is the role I fall into. And I think that is my superpower. And seeing them flourish makes me extremely proud and fulfilled at many levels. And is that my time?
Pallavi, can you start?
Sorry, it's me. I could not hear.
Pallavi.
Thank you so much. Good evening to all the Toastmaster and guests over here. Even I feel the same way as my co-speaker Rituji said. The power depends how you make others feel. And if others feel comfortable and positive vibes, and as the previous said, if you make others feel smile and more powerful, energetic, then it is the potential and that is your superpower. So even if the person is in sad mood and he comes in your company, he should feel that positive vibes, that energy, and your smile should be so contagious that it bring all positive environment and all positive feelings with the persons who are with you in your room. So very well said by the Rituji. It's the feeling that we make other people feel and realize that there's some positive energies here that is flowing all over there because of the vibes of the person around us. So for me, that is the most powerful thing, that we make other feel positive, energetic, and the
Toastmaster Sachin.
Yeah, I feel the same way. We all have power, but you are really super powerful when you make others, when you bring out the potential of others. And I've tried that in my professional life. Being a leader, my first focus is to make my team perform and bring the best in them. So there are leaders who hire great talent and then produce great results. But I believe in hiring a mediocre talent and getting the best out of them through my encouragement, through my nurturing. And this I have done in my previous organization. There was a guy who used to stammer, and he was a chartered accountant, who used to stammer, who could not speak. And when I joined, when I was promoted to a role of CFO, I saw great potential in that guy, and I encouraged him to speak without fear in the meetings, in the bigger meetings also. Initially, he was very afraid, but I then gave him a lot of encouragement, saying that you go and speak whatever you feel like. Rest I'll handle other members in the meeting. Don't worry about it. And that guy started.
Thank you so much, all the speakers. Yes, empowering our own family members, or maybe our own, say, the peers in the office. It's always is significant. Providing a safe and secure place to share, to encourage others is very important. Thank you. Okay, can we have the next round of speakers, please? DTM Akshay, would you like to take that next topic?
Sure.
Thank
For
you.
the next rounds of speakers, request you to try and use the word of the day, potent.
Yes. Our guest, Chaik Shima, she herself has put her video off. I request her to come on camera and take up the next topic. Yes, we have another, Rahul, Toastmaster Rahul raising her hand. Can we please spotlight the speakers? Can we spotlight Rahul? Thank you. Toastmaster of the day, Mamta Jain. Would you like to take the topic?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, your topic will be, okay, do you all have pets? Want to know first? Like,
No.
you don't have. Okay, you have. Right. I'll take some other topic then. So you wake up one morning and everyone has a superpower. And the superpower is they can read minds. So you wake up one morning and everyone has a superpower to read minds except you. How would you survive that day? How would you survive the day? DTM Akshay, can we start with you?
Happy evening to each and every one of you. You all are lucky that you have woken up with the superpower to read my mind. And if you all read that, what's going in my mind, then you will definitely feel the potent effect of all the crazy thoughts which I am having. It's all about how I can grab all your superpowers and make my mind as strong as it can be. Because once I can get the superpower combined of all the citizens around, just imagine how powerful my mind will. This is all going in my mind. I'm also running multiple different loops such that if you are trying to read my mind, you will get into a maze of my thoughts wherein you will never be able to escape. So you do have the superpower to read other people's mind, but you are locked into my mind's maze. So do not rush. Do not try to read my mind. That's my superpower. how to navigate the world without having the superpower which Toastmaster Renu has given to each and every one of you. So I have that potent.
Toastmaster of the day, Mamta Jain, please.
Every morning I wake up is a beautiful gift I get every day, every morning. When I wake up, I first thing I do is meditation. I think about the day, about I think I plan my day and I make my day so special that everything goes very smoothly. And if I have the power to read the minds of others also, that would also be a great power. And if I get that power, it will be very special and I could read the mind of others, like what my husband would be thinking of today and what is his plans and what he will.
Yes, Toastmaster Rahul.
Oh my God. So everyone has this power to understand and know what I am thinking right now. I mean, it's scary because I have many evil thoughts inside of me. Sometimes I just want to get rid of people. Sometimes I just want to say bad things to my boss because he's always following up with me on all the tasks which I'm assigned by him. And sometimes I am also jealous of people who are, you know, doing so well. I mean, how will I control these thoughts? And everyone will get to know this. That means I will have more haters. And yes, I am conscious about it. And I think it's superpower for them, but it's like I've lost my power of thinking and I've lost my power.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul. That your time is up. So, from a mind that will confuse others' mind, right? That is DTM Akshay, to a very calm and peaceful mind of Mamta, and a mind that is still wants to hide away all the negative thoughts that go across our minds, right? We don't want anybody to read them. Yes, that was a very interesting take. Thank you, all the speakers. Okay, this is going to be our fourth topic. Toastmaster Prapurna, would you like to take that topic next?
Okay. I'll be there only for 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay, next can we have Toastmaster Uttara? I see she is watching very keenly. Let her name be taken. To compliment her, we will have Toastmaster Priya Singh. Can we please spotlight Prapurna as well? Yes, thank you. If fear didn't exist, what is the first thing you would do? If fear didn't exist, what is the first thing you would do, Toastmaster Uttara?
I am petrified of mice. And yet, I think the white mice look so cute. By now, I think most of you would know that I am an animal lover, mostly dogs. I'm never scared of dogs. But if fear didn't exist, I probably would want to keep a small white mouse, but in a cage so that it doesn't go around bickering at my things, eating up my food, as well as spoiling all of my clothes. So if fear didn't exist, I'd I'd adopt a small mouse, keep him in a cage, and talk to him every day because they respond. They are creatures of conditioning. I'd condition the mouse to wake me up every morning with squeaks and make sure that I do not fear anything apart from that little earlier fear of the mouse.
Toastmaster Propurna, would you like to take that up again? Next.
Yeah, please repeat the question.
If fear didn't exist,
Okay.
what is the first thing you would do?
Now that we have learned from Toastmaster Uttara that fear of a mouse, but still she wants to get rid of that just to explore the opportunity, just to make sure not to be in the comfort zone, to make yourself exposed to different things. So I'm also the same, not only and I completely agree with Toastmaster Uttara. If I have the choice, I'll try to do the things that are most fearful to me. That is, maybe earlier I was not interacting much with people. That is because maybe I labeled myself as introvert, but now I'm going and talking to people. And today I'll meet someone special from our club. All this is because I try to put myself, so all these fears might not do exist when you do the thing again and again and again. So that's how I try to get rid of these fears, either by doing things again and again, trying new things, exploring the opportunities. Yeah.
Priyaji, please continue.
Fear is potent if we allow it to take over us. So if fear is missing, I would be like Superman, exploring the skies, going to all heights just to enjoy looking at the world below and seeing how beautiful it is. I would even, sign up and with Elon Musk and, go to the moon and enjoy what life would be on the moon, take an expedition there. That would unleash my superpower to greater heights. And I would feel the highest person being on the moon. So my fear would be totally vanished and I would be at Mount.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priya, for that. I would really like to go along with you to the moon, inhabit the moon, right? And I would really like to pet a mouse, maybe. Yes. I had recently had my first pet of budgies. I bought a pair of budgies. So they are my first pets. So yes. And of course, public speaking is definitely a common fear. We would really like it to evaporate in the thin air. Thank you, all the speakers. Now, for the last and final topic of the evening, can we have the timer, Toastmaster Isha? Toastmaster Isha, can we have
Hi.
you?
Yeah,
Yes.
hi.
Would you like to take the topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I see Toastmaster Bindu also joining us. Toastmaster Bindu, would you like to take the topic?
Okay, Renu, I'll give it a try.
Sure. Thank you so much. I had seen Chaitra Lakshmi. She had also raised her hand earlier. Would you like to take the second chance?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Can we please spotlight the speakers? I'll time Toastmaster Isha for you. Can we please
Yeah.
spotlight all?
Would request them to come on video, please. Now I can spotlight. Bindu, can you
Yes.
come on video, please?
I'm afraid I'm not in a position to come on video right now. Is that okay?
Okay.
Sure.
Right. So your topic is you are invited to dinner with your favorite superhero. So what is the conversation like? You are invited to dinner with your favorite superhero. Who is it? And maybe what is the conversation like? Toastmaster Isha.
Okay, so my favorite superhero is the Hulk. So from the Fantastic Four. So I'm having a conversation with him over dinner, and I want to ask him, how do you build those muscles, man? So that's my first question. Then what about his green color? Like, did you apply a dye, or is it like your natural skin color, or is it like you use some creams and ointments? All sorts of colors are welcome nowadays. So you have so you have all sorts of skin colors is possible. So like, how do you get it, man? And then I want to say that haircut is so cute. So did you apply gel? So I want to ask about that. And then mostly like, how do you find your work? So has it been a busy day for you today? And like, since you're my favorite hero, it's my job to ensure and I'm playing the perfect host and I'm giving you the best dinner. So, like, what do you want to have? Do you want to have Maggie, or do you want to have what is it? Do you want to have
Toastmaster Chaitra, please continue. You're on mute. Still on mute.
Can you all hear me now?
Yes, yes, we can.
Thank you for letting me know that. I like the way she started off. In fact, my favorite superhero is Doctor Strange. He means a lot to me, considering the fact his ability to put people on a loop, let us stay there, which made me feel very magical. If I wish I would have a conversation with him, if invited for a conversation with him, I would always ask him, to getting back to my previous topic, lock me in a world where there's full of laughter. Lock me in a world where there is nature. Lock me in a world where there is less pollution. Lock me in a world where there is kindness. Lock me in a world where there is sympathy. Lock me in a world where everybody has the potent ability to do great with little. Lock me in a world where people have the potent to give. Lock me in a world where there is so much of conversation, less of
Your time is up. Toastmaster Bindu, can you please continue from here?
Renu, you really stumped me when you said the superhero that you admire, because I don't admire any superheroes at all. I'm not a hero devotee. I live in the world of, let's say, anti-heroes. If you ask me about anti-heroes, maybe I might be able to tell you who I admire, because they are worth admiring. But saying that, let me just contribute to this topic a little bit. What about superheroine? What about a Toastmaster superheroine? What about you, Nancy Goel? Shall I put you on the spot? Why would I call you my Toastmaster superheroine? I don't think anyone in this forum would have to doubt why. Multitasker, multi-talented, so very creative. Shall I go on? 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm sure I can go way beyond that 1 minute. But all the same, if I sat down to dinner with you, I would ask, how do you do it? Where do you get the inspiration? Where do you get the time, the motivation, and so many other things?
Thank you, Toastmaster Bindu. That's your time is up. Well, from the world of Hulk and Doctor Strange, yes, we all daydream like that day to come, where we can sit next to our superheroes. My personal superhero is Spider-Man, right? So I would like to sit next to him on dinner. And yes, in Toastmasters, I also envision like to sit with our heroine, right? So super heroine Nancy Goel. Let's sit DTM Nancy sometime together for a dinner and have a heart to heart chat. Thank you so much, all the speakers. It was lovely listening to you all. And now I give back this virtual stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Mamta Jain.
Wonderful. We have all proved that quick thinking, confidence, and courage are real life superpowers. Let's recharge our powers with a quick game. Name that superpower. I will describe a real life superpower and you will guess what it is. You can type the answer in chat also. Please keep your cameras on and now listen carefully. Name the power to stay calm in chaos. Name the power to stay calm in chaos. Can anyone?
Meditation.
Level-headedness.
Right, wonderful. And patience also. The power to bounce back after failure.
Resilience.
Resilience.
Nice, very good. The power to make anyone smile.
Humor.
Wow. And positivity.
Optimism.
Wow, nice. The power to understand silence.
Listening.
Wow. Empathy. Great job, everyone. We all have hidden powers. Let's now take a 5-minute break. We will reconvene at 8:47 for the next exciting session. Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that break gave you a moment to not just stretch your legs, but also decode your superpowers. Now, let's play a game. Our job is also our superpower. Teachers, doctors, creators, engineers. Each one uses a special the world better, just like real superheroes. In this game, I will be showing you a series of images. Your mission is simple. Decode the profession by combining the symbols. Now it's time to awaken your inner detective and your inner superhero. So get ready, put your thinking cap, and let's begin and decode the profession. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is.
Now,
Scientist.
yeah,
Scientist.
yeah, right.
Thank you so much.
Now, guess this.
Lawyer.
Lawyer.
Right, wonderful.
Farmer.
Guess this
Farmer.
figure.
Armor.
Oh, you all are superheroes.
Doctor.
No.
Is it mightier?
Mechanic.
Right.
Mechanic, yeah.
Engineer.
Engineer.
Wow. Everyone is great. It is very easy. Please guess.
Hairdresser.
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 Heroine.
Hairdresser.
Driver.
Parking.
No parking.
No.
Driver.
No. Banker.
Traffic. Bankers.
It is banker.
Ranga, is it?
Bank.
Yeah,
Van
banker.
and car.
Car.
Teacher.
Ban car.
Teacher.
Teacher.
Very. It is the last.
Tra- Transporter.
No. It has some poles.
Police.
Police.
Wow. Wonderful.
Great.
Mm. And now we arrive at our final segment, the evaluation session. This is where reflection becomes our superpower because feedback is not about finding faults. It is about helping each other grow one strength at a time. Let's welcome once again our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ritu George.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mamta Jain. Let's reflect how potent the meeting was today. Before I dive into my evaluations, let's hear it from my other four members who I didn't call upon earlier, the four evaluators. I'd like to call upon Evaluator 1, who will be evaluating speaker number 1, Toastmaster Sanjay. Evaluator 1 is Toastmaster Dr. Archana. She's a consultant anesthesiologist, intensivist, and a pain physician. Alongside her medical expertise, she brings a love for travel, art, and storytelling. Her passion for communication and personal growth makes her a wonderful addition to our Toastmasters family. Over to you, Evaluator 1, for your evaluation on Speaker 1, Toastmaster Sanjay.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, for the warm introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Do or do not, there's no try. Let me first congratulate Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta for a wonderful icebreaker speech. This quote really reminds us that action and not intentions builds identity. Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta, you beautifully highlighted that you are such an avid book reader who reads 50 books a year. That's a wonderful add on to your credibility in your speech. But not only you read books, but also you apply it in your daily life. Like the example you gave in your speech about the atomic habits, how beautifully you have inculcated those habits into your own life. Another good thing about your speech was you were clear on your intentions and your purpose of joining Toastmaster. You have a clear goal in your mind to become a wonderful communicator as well as a wonderful present to improve your skill on presentation. And in your journey, you would like to take one role a week. That's so inspiring and that's so clear. The clarity in your thoughts about joining Toastmaster and achieving a particular goal makes your speech so well inspiring and understood. Now, ending the speech with that quote added an impactful conclusion to your speech, and you left the audience with a memorable push towards an action. But there are a few moments where I would like to recommend. First of all, do not start your speech by telling the topic of your speech. It has already been told by the Toastmaster of the day. So just start your speech either with a question, with a powerful short story, or anything else. In your case, I would like to recommend, like, you could have started like, have you ever realized that making a tiny change in your habit can change your whole life? Or you could have simply started, how many of you have ever read Atomic Habits? So these were the questions you could have asked. There are many things you can ask, or you can tell a story about it. Second thing I would like to recommend is about your structure. You could have followed a simple structure of past, present, and future. Like past, who you were, present, who you are today, and future, who you aim to become through Toastmaster or through your book reading habit. So a structure actually makes the audience easy to follow you and follow your journey effortlessly. And final recommendation is about the transition. You started from the book to the habits, and there was a little disconnection. So a smooth transition from your book reading habit and how it influenced you and shaped your journey. So that transition would have been smooth and easy to follow. Otherwise, overall, it was a wonderful and fantastic job as a first speaker and the icebreaker speech. And I'm looking forward for more of your potent speeches in the next near future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, evaluator number 1, Dr. Archana, for your valuable inputs on speaker 1's speech. I'm going to call upon evaluator 2 to evaluate the how of the speech given by Toastmaster Sanjay. Evaluator 2 is a marketing professional and an academic in business management, driven by a deep passion for creative writing and poetry, which we did experience with, in the beginning. Come to that later. Her podcast, Soulful Scrolls, along with her book, represents her dedicated pursuit of poetic expression. She joined Toastmasters to strengthen her public speaking skills and to become an inspiring, influential voice for others. Toastmaster Priya, evaluator number 2, evaluating Toastmaster Sanjay's first speech.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ritu George, for that warm introduction. My target speaker, Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta, many congratulations for a wonderful icebreaker speech. It was an icebreaker speech wherein you proved your title to the T, how the goals that you made through the habits have helped you achieve what you are today, and the goals for your future as well have been laid down. So your title of the speech was beautifully depicting what message you conveyed in your icebreaker. Kudos to you for that. I really loved the phrase, do or do not, there is no try, which really will stick with me, and I'm sure I'm going to use it in some speech later on. It is so potent. Coming to what I really loved was that there was so much of honesty which was displayed in your tone, in your voice modulation, and the confidence with which you spoke today in your icebreaker was truly commendable. There was some amount of voice modulation which was visible, and that was very noteworthy in an icebreaker speech. However, I would also like to give my 2 cents as some suggestions which would help you to make your future speeches more potent and impactful. Throughout the speech, you were sitting down. If you stand up and use the available online space by moving front, back to your sides, it would add more value and more impact to your speech. Secondly, you need to emote more by using your body language. Make your gestures by using your hands wherever you are trying to create an impact. Your hand movements help you to make it even more forceful and drive home point to the audience. You had very powerful message in your speech. Adding some expressions to your face would have been even more impactful. So, to summarize, it was a very well delivered icebreaker speech, wonderfully spoken, and with a lot of confidence. However, adding more expressions, body language, use of the space would take the speech to another level. Congratulations for a wonderful icebreaker. Look forward to seeing you much more in future speeches and roles. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful, detailed evaluation, Toastmaster Priya. Both the evaluators have done an amazing job making my job easier because you've covered most of the points. I enjoyed how Evaluator 1 brought in an example of telling our novice or our beginner level Toastmaster Sanjay how to start a speech to make that impact. And Toastmaster Priya, you just continued with that theme and you took the baton from her and explained how it should be delivered. And I agree with you. Standing and speaking gives you a lot more freedom to express your point across more effectively to the audience. Just one more point, Toastmaster Sanjay. Your time is 6 minutes, 4 to 6 minutes. You stopped somewhere around 4 minutes. I think if you want to enjoy your screen time when you have it, people are listening and quite intently at that, which is visible from the evaluators here, you should make good use of those 6 minutes entirely, maybe 6.30. That's your outer limit. But thank you to both the evaluators. Good job done there. Thank you for making my job easier. With this, I'd like to move to the next set of evaluators, where they will be evaluating Distinguished Toastmasters Nancy's evaluation. First, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Sachin. Toastmaster Sachin Jaiswal is a financial professional with over 23 years of experience across IT, healthcare, biotech startups, retail, e-commerce, and FMCG sectors. He is a chartered accountant and an alumnus of IIM Bangalore and a Columbia Business School. Currently serving as a Chief Financial Officer at Aza Fashions Private Limited in Mumbai. He oversees global finance operations for US and India. Toastmaster Sachin, over to you to evaluate Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel's speech.
Thank you, Madam G. Ritu George, for a kind introduction. And congratulations to DTM Nancy Goel for L1P4 speech. What a fantastic way of explaining the concept of trust. Nancy, Toastmaster Nancy, you began, in the beginning you said, I have a task for all of you. And it immediately grabbed my attention and we all became attentive and alert. Then in the body, you weave a beautiful story of Raju and Meera to explain this concept of trust. You connected the story of Raju and Meera with audience when you asked three questions. How many of you identify with Meera? How many of you identify with Raju? And how do you feel that Raju is still in your life? These three questions connected your story with the audience. Then in the conclusion, you said that since we are betrayed, we cannot trust those who are Raju, who identified. And then you also gave the solution that communication is the only way to bridge this. So some of the areas where you really excelled, I liked your voice modulation. When you said, oh, when Meera says, oh, I love the red marbles to Raju. Then in the content, you weaved a beautiful story of Raju and Meera and then connected the entire story with the audience by asking those three questions. You made us all think. We are all thinking whether we are Raju or we are Meera. That's really a beauty. Then I must say you have excelled the art of storytelling. Delivery was perfect and without any flaw. There was eye contact, there were body gestures. You have engaged with the audience through a very powerful narrative and a clear structure. These are the great things in your speech. Only one area of improvement, I felt conclusion was not as powerful as the introduction and the body. The body content was solid, introduction was beautiful. I was expecting a more powerful conclusion which could have left a wow in the audience mind. But at the end, I must say you have superpower of storytelling. So a great congratulations to Toastmaster DTM Nancy Goel for successfully completing this L1P4 speech. Thank you. Over to you, Ritu George.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sachin. I will add on to your evaluation after the second evaluator has given his pearls of wisdom. For this, I'd like to call upon distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Singh. He is a dedicated Toastmaster with over 8 years of experience across corporate, community, and advanced clubs. A former District 98 Public Relations Manager, he now mentors and coaches aspiring leaders. Professionally, a senior data and DevOps engineer at IDFC First Bank. Akshay balances tech with creativity through poetry, cycling, and volunteering. A charter member of 2 clubs, he has completed 5 paths, served in every club officer role, and excelled as area and division director. Passionate about global collaboration and training, he continues to inspire through innovative learning and leadership initiatives. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Singh, to shed some light on the how of the speech.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Am I audible clearly?
Possible to increase the volume? You are audible, but a little more would be even better.
Is it better now? Happy evening, members of the meeting. Speaker Nancy today delivered a tender, thoughtful tone in her speech titled Trust, turning her message into a potent and persuasive portrayal of human connection. Let me reiterate what I liked most about her speech from the delivery aspect, which are these 3 points in particular. First, the potent questions which she posed to the audience with voice modulation. For example, how many of you relate with Meera? There was a pause. These deliberated pauses and effective eye contact, especially before those reflective questions, allowed me as an audience member to remember the story and lean in towards her persuasive impact which she wanted to create. Third element which I loved was the vivid imagery, painting a mental picture between Raju and Meera about the visualization of scene as how they exchanged the marbles. Phrases like beautiful red marble, treasure trove, gave your words a potent visual quality. Let me reiterate on the elements which I believe Speaker Nancy can work upon. Because while your delivery complemented all these highlights, I wish you could have incorporated these three refinements that can make your influence stronger. First, when you are speaking about marbles, it brings a lot of nostalgia. The statement which you repeated, people like me, old would remember, but new ones would not. If you had used a prop to show those marbles, that would have given a nostalgic flavor and made everyone relate their memories and everyone could visualize what marbles are. Second, the element when you mentioned corporate flair, which you added with the anchor of Raju's and Mira's story, it could be divided on the virtual stage into two sides. Over here, you could have played Raju and Mira and then come towards the corporate angle and finally in center came to ask the audience those questions towards the reflective conclusion. Third, what I realized was though you used hand gestures, they were a bit distracting at times due to the setup which you chose. A virtual background with yourself in center, it showed some hollow as well as blurry towards your edges. So if you could have used a better light as well as better background, those gestures would have been specific. Toastmaster Nancy, your words already carry a potent presence, one that builds trust effortlessly. With these fine-tuned refinements of usage of prop, division of stage, and better background would definitely help you tell persuasive stories, which you will shape on your own and truly influence the members in the room. Wish you all the best. Looking forward to hear you once again.
Thank you, DTM Akshay. The experts have spoken. I'm left with very little to value add because you've covered all the points very eloquently. And I thoroughly enjoyed and learned a lot from both the evaluations today, more so from the more experienced gentleman who's finished 5 parts. Thank you for shedding so much light and saying it so beautifully and eloquently. Just, I agree with you. The background was blurred, so we missed a lot of the hand gestures. And Toastmaster Sachin, I agree with you. The conclusion could have been a little more powerful. It just left us a little wanting for a bit more of that connect. That last parting words were not as impactful. Just also for you, Toastmaster Sachin, the first evaluator is just to evaluate the content, not the body language and the how of it. But going forward, excellent, excellent evaluations from all my evaluators. I feel I've displayed superpowers through others where my table topic was also like that, though I had nothing to inspire them in this case. But thank you. Now I will move on to my other evaluation where I will evaluate the entire meeting. Let's begin from before the meeting. I would like to mention the heart of the house actors before I move on to the actual actors of the meeting or the superheroes of the meeting. I want to mention the Vice President Education, Toastmaster Renu. A special shout out to Secretary Praparna, Toastmaster Prapurna. And they laid the foundation for such a successful meeting. So kudos to both of them. They were at it before the meeting even started. As one meeting ends, the next project begins, and they didn't let any time lapse happen. The agenda was shared on time, and all role takers were put into place. And even if there were last minute glitches, they were handled seamlessly. Next, I'd like to acknowledge the Zoom master for today, who, without any recognition, quietly does her role, Toastmaster and Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, Toastmaster Priya. She's very poetic. We all know, we witnessed her beautiful poetry at the beginning, which was very inspiring and beautifully narrated. You did the role of Sergeant at Arms with a lot of panache and grace. You started on time, as always, which we take deep pride in as a Gabbian, if I may say so. We have a track record which very few can challenge. We started sharp on time, and you laid the ground rules and guidelines very clearly and fluently. Thank you for that. Coming to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Renu, she also opted to do multiple roles today, but I will stick to the presiding officer role. She had a very good start. You have a very poised demeanor, which I'm every time very amazed with. You inspire that calmness when you speak with a lot of authority and calmness. It comes across, and that energy kind of calms the other person's nerves as well. Personally, I'm a very enthusiastic, energetic, hyper kind of person. When I hear you, I do settle down. So thank you for starting the meeting and setting the tone for the meeting. Let's move on to the Toastmaster of the day. Another lady who displays a lot of calmness in her tone and voice. You started the meeting with a lot of audience, not a lot, audience engagement. And you were quite well prepared with your script, which I like. I personally am also a person who likes preparedness, and I appreciate that about you. You come prepared. You're very clear, and you speak with a lot of, you space out your words, and there is a very little scope for the ahs and ums for you. So I like the fluency that you maintain throughout the time that you are on screen. You're an extremely pleasant presenter, if I may have missed that, saying that. We really enjoyed the superpower game and the couple of games that you played. There was a lot of audience engagement. So I really enjoyed that. Kudos to you. You kept the theme intact. You kept us engaged. Just when you started, I wasn't sure where it was headed, because that first window that you get to speak, I don't think you really utilized that very well. I wish I had seen a bit more in that part, but other than that, you picked up speed and how. There was no looking back after that. Just one more point. For icebreaker speech, it's a ritual at the Gabbys to give a standing ovation. For all first timers, we give that encouragement. We recognize that they have taken that first bold step. So if you could include that going forward, which our Toastmaster presiding officer, I think, pointed out, Toastmaster Renu, she came to the rescue. And the other point I wanted to make was, after each speech, if you could bring in that summary or that one-liner that you were listening to the speaker, just to bring it from the speech or what your takeaway was. Just a one line, just to kind of keep the continuation going and then move on. So there's nothing, no abruptness in the flow of the script. But all in all, an excellent job. Thank you. We really enjoyed that. Moving on to my team, my other Treyoka. Let me first call upon the timer to tell us, timer for the day, to share with us, who filled in pretty much at the last minute. Toastmaster Esha, can you please share all the times taken by each speaker?
So everyone has been well within time, and Toastmaster Sanjay, his prepared speech lasted for 4 minutes 57 seconds. Toastmaster Nancy, her speech lasted 6 minutes 22 seconds. Then table topic speakers were within time. Toastmaster Ashwini, she took around 45 seconds to speak. Toastmaster Archana, she took 45 seconds, 117 milliseconds. Then Toastmaster Chaitra, she took 1 minute 19 seconds. Then for the second topic, Toastmaster Sachin, he took around 1 minute 10 seconds. Toastmaster guest Pallavi, she took around 1 minute 5 seconds. And I'll put the list across. And evaluators were also within time, except the first evaluator, who was within time, but almost within 30 seconds more. That's what. So I'll put the list across.
Thank you, Toastmaster Isha. A special touch at the back with your screens. I quite enjoyed that. It keeps you engaged and it's just a new fun element you brought in. Very nice. Really appreciate. And thank you for stepping in at the last minute and being so attentive. It's such an underrated role, but it's such a tough one because the entire meeting, although I have a lot of screen time to speak, you barely get that time, but you're on your toes like the Zoom master, on your toes 24/7, entire duration of the meeting. Thank you and really appreciate your role. Let me call upon my next superhero, the language evaluator, Toastmaster Uttara.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ritu. I have tried to pay a lot of attention to the entire meeting, and I'm hoping that I've done justice to the language evaluation. Sharing my screen. Go. Oops, this isn't allowing me to share. Oh, one
Zoom
second. No,
Master.
1 second. I will just be able to do that. Hold on. Would you like to call on your next superhero while I figure out sharing screen here?
Sure, why not?
Thank you.
Let's hear it from the listener. My next last superhero in my list for today. May I invite Toastmaster Rahul to take over?
Thank you, General Evaluator Ritu. So, again, I am back and I am back with some fun questions from the meeting to test all of your listening skills. So, my first question is that how many books does TM Sanjay Gupta had a target of reading in a year?
50.
Anyone?
50.
50 books.
50 books.
No.
Target was 25.
50.
Absolutely correct.
25.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 25. Then, how many kids do General Evaluator Ritu give attention to at her home?
3.
3.
Right, right. Okay, next question. What was the profession of uh, Toastmasters Sachin teammate who used to stab her?
He was a chartered accountant, CA.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then another question. Which pet does Toastmaster Uttara has?
Labrador.
Mouse. White
Oh.
mouse.
Oh, she wants
White
to
wing.
have.
He wants to have white
He
mouse, but
has right now.
Dog.
dog,
Yeah,
dog.
dog. Okay. And who is TM Isha's favorite superhero?
Hulk.
Hulk.
Correct. I think you all are really good listeners, and yeah, absolutely wonderful job. Thank you very much,
Thank
everyone.
you, Toastmaster Rahul. That was indeed a very wonderful job by you on your behalf for listening so intently throughout the meeting. And you didn't pick up just from one section. You had like questions from different parts of the meeting, which means you were there entirely and you were really thinking, what question can I ask, which would be googly for this audience. Thank you so much. Are you ready with your report, Toastmaster Uttara?
I
Can
think
I
I,
have you back?
I think I am, and let me know if you can see my screen.
We can.
Okay. Oops, now where did the sheet go? Hold on.
Yes.
There you go. All right. So today's meeting has had a lot of listening for language, and almost all of us used filler words, almost all of us. And I do agree with your evaluation for Toastmaster Mamta Jain that she's so paced out that she has no scope for using filler words. So you can see that it is not recorded there. Uh, I've just used a filler word myself. There was a lot of potent use of the word of the day, potent, used by almost 10 speakers multiple times during the meeting. Toastmaster Mamta Jain used a metaphor just like a real life superhero. So that is something that stood out for all of us. There were a lot of noteworthy quotes used almost by everybody, as you can see out here. I will take some time to speak about the two prepared speakers. For Toastmaster Sanjay Gupta, your noteworthy phrases included process always trumps goals. That's what you started your speech with. And of course, already called out is do or do not. There is no trial. I would request you to pace your words and sentences and avoid using the word so as a sentence starter and use short pauses instead of a. For distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel, your noteworthy phrases were collection to adore, treasure trove, and add on some corporate flair. I would strongly recommend start directly with what the story is about, instead of starting by saying the story goes like that and then saying the story is about. Also, is Meera being truthful to him, not her? Because Meera is the female here and Rahul was the male there. Also, we can use inclusive language. Instead of saying how many of you, we can say how many of us. Amongst the table topics before I move to the table topics, I'd also like to reveal a few notations for the evaluators. One of the phrases used by Toastmaster Akshay Singh was tender and thoughtful for Toastmaster Nancy Goel. For the table topics, I think a lot of us ended up using the word of the day. We also had a few noteworthy phrases. Almost everyone also used filler words, which we can avoid. What I will recommend is when we have to use the word but or however, instead of using the word but or however, we could replace it with an and. For example, your prepared speech was a great success. However, if you had to add more hand gestures, this is one way of saying it. Your prepared speech was a great success. And if you were to add more hand gestures, you would make it more impactful. The word and substantiates the first few words of the sentence. The word however or but negates it. However and but can be replaced with an and. Of course, we also had one of our guests who came up and spoke, which was fantastic. And finally, I have used the word, the language evaluator used the word potent just once, but I did make an effort to use it. So that is my evaluation for the day. Back to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ritu George.
Thank you, Toastmaster Uttara, for your debut performance. Congratulations on your debut performance and how. You are very eloquent in your speaking, for sure, and you know the tips and tricks how to tell people to use the word. You came, in fact, you took the chance to unmute and remind everyone, please speak, take the word, use the word of the day, which normally is not recommended or nobody dared do that. But kudos to you. You took the chance and look how many people use the word of the day. Good luck to you for your future roles. Lastly, in interest of time, I'm going to quickly evaluate the Toastmaster, the table topic master, Toastmaster Renu. Very good job done. I'll quickly tell you what you did well. I liked that you picked up people from the audience to volunteer. You related your questions to the theme, which is important. You are effortless and you relate to the speakers. You do the sum up after every speech. So those are very good qualities of a table topic master. And your round robin table topics was extremely engaging and extremely exciting. It kept all of us on the edge of our seats. The points I wanted to share with you. The first thing is, if you can pick up the first lot of volunteers could be some seasoned speakers so that they can set the tone for the newbies or the guests if just to get an idea that this is how it's done. Adding to that, if you could share some pointers how to attempt an impromptu speech, maybe treat it like a mini speech or address some questions like who, where, when, how, or why, those kind of tips and tricks, just to let them know that this is how they could attempt if you're targeting the guests or the new Toastmasters. Second, if you could also type the questions in the chat box, that would be great, because a couple of times there was some misunderstanding between what the question was. I think one Toastmaster Prapurna asked, she wanted you to repeat the question. Although she was a second speaker, if it was in the chat box, she could have quickly seen it and moved on and not interrupted. So that's something I wanted to share. But all in all, a very, very engaging, exciting set of questions and a very eloquently done round of table topics. I think I've covered everybody. That was all from me. This is your general evaluator, Ritu George, signing off. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Mamta Jain.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritu George. Before we move ahead, let's play Decode the Hero, a fun guessing game. I will give you clues about a famous superhero and you will decode who it is. So please keep your cameras on. The first, a billionaire with gadgets and no real powers. A billionaire with gadgets and no real powers.
Elon Musk.
Batman.
Batman.
Right.
Batman.
Batman. The calmest guy who turns green when angry.
Hulk.
Oh. Oh.
A genius scientist who wears an iron suit of armor.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Right. A web swinging savior of New York.
Spider-Man.
Right. A warrior princess with a golden lasso.
Wonder Woman.
Wow, right. Fantastic. Just like them, you all have unique powers. Some we are born with, others we build. Remember, superpowers are not found in capes or masks. They are hidden in how you think, speak, and uplift others. Your superpowers might be your smile, your courage, your kindness, or your ability to never give up. All you need to do is decode it, embrace it, and use it to make a difference. Thank you. Back to you, presiding officer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for helping us relive our childhood days and remembering our childhood superheroes. Thank you for that wonderful session today. And yes, here we come towards the end of our meeting today. And I would like to ask few of the guests. I could see Pallavi Agarwal. She's a visiting Toastmaster. I would like her to share her feedback of the meeting today.
Thank you so much. And as usual, it was fantastic. I learned so many things. And I especially love today's fun session that the TMOD played during the meeting. It had the special, it was a cherry on the cake.
Right.
And I love the way the evaluation session was there. It will help me definitely to speak my communication skills. Thank you so much.
We were looking forward to you seeing him more in the meetings now. Thank you. Okay. We see Ilios, Toastmaster Ilios. Toastmaster Ilios, as I said earlier in the chat, you were missed during the table topic sessions. Would you like to share your feedback?
Oh, yes. Thank you for calling me. Yes, like what I said on the subject, heroes always come late. So
Right.
I'm practically a hero. If you watch any heroes movie, the legend will always, yes, after all the struggles, then suddenly the hero come. And I would like to say that Gabbys meeting is always exciting. That's why I always coming back. Even though I just finished my session, I directly came back here because I don't want to miss the other session that I missed already. Yes, thank
Right.
you for missing me. Yeah, I miss
Thank you.
you. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming back. Toastmaster Chaitra Lakshmi Narayan, would you like to share your feedback, please?
First of all, thank you so much for your time. It was great being a part of this event today. And I did have a great time looking at the way people are pacing their speech, articulating themselves. And it also gave me insights as to the techniques that's getting employed when you speak, how constructively one can go ahead and assemble their entire conversation within a minute and speak within time. And I understand it comes with great effort and discipline. And
Right.
those were my keen observations. And set aside all that I just said, I did see so much of participation, liveliness, and people were so enthusiastic, and a lot of them turned out to be my favorites with the way they were employing their language, or rather, and also expressing their love and affection for each of the Toastmasters. And the way the chat was pulled in, I did see a lot of chatter messages being where Nancy was named for all her work, and how she how one could embrace feedback or compliments is something that I noted too, how humbly she took it forward. And I like the way the entire conversation and things went by. It was great evening for me. In fact, thank you for setting such a good evening for me where I get to sleep peacefully, laughing and taking the beautiful currency laughter. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your love and your kind words for the meeting. Thank you. We're looking forward to seeing you in the meeting next week as well. We also have a meeting happening on Saturdays if you would like to join. That happens every Saturday from 10 to 12 in the morning. And next, I would like to ask Toastmaster Uttara, how was her experience as a first-time role taker?
I have to say that it's very difficult to sit down and listen for 2 hours.
Yes.
I have been a facilitator for the last almost 15 years, and the role of a facilitator is also to listen and respond and coach and also give out a lot of evaluations. But I must admit I haven't done that in a very long time. My reason for coming to Toastmasters was to rejuvenate all of those skills that I had somewhere put on the back burner. What I enjoyed was everybody was making an effort to come up with their best.
Yes.
And it is very difficult to look for things that need to improve. Right? It's very easy to find the good things. It's very difficult to look for things to improve. What I particularly also found challenging was to keep pace with everyone. And I think I've done a decent job of it.
Yes, yes, yes. Most certainly. Yes, you have.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I enjoyed this and I'm looking forward to more roles coming forward. I will have a
Yes.
one-on-one chat with you, Toastmaster Renu, because I really need to understand how do I navigate my way through the different roles
Right.
and the pathways.
By nominating yourself for the roles. My first thing is
Okay,
every
okay.
week.
All
Every
right.
week I look forward to you taking up some good roles, right?
Sure, sure. Of course.
Yes. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. We really enjoyed your language evaluation sessions as we did our general evaluators session or the TMOD session. So each one of is my favorite. Thank you, everyone. Now it's the time for the best role takers or the whole time, right? So I see most of you have attempted the polls. With a raise of hand, or maybe you can unmute yourself and let us know who has the favorite evaluator for today's evening. Who would be the favorite evaluators? Okay.
DTM.
Well,
no.
yes, you're there. Yes, it's DTM Akshay. Can we please spotlight him? Okay. Now it's time for our best auxiliary role taker. So what should I say? Each of the auxiliary role taker was exemplary. They have their own biases, right? All of them have been voted equally, right? Be it our language evaluator, timer, or listener, right? So the GE had a very, very strong team this week. Okay, the favorite table topic speaker. Yes, any guesses? So that was Toastmaster Bindu Joseph. Do we have her in the room? No. Okay. Now we are left with the favorite role taker. Who is the favorite role taker today? None other than the TMOD, the Toastmaster of the day, Mamta Jain. Congratulations to all the winners and to the exemplary GE team. So with this, I come to the end of this week's meeting. Thank you, everyone. We will meet again on Saturday morning, 10 to 12. Thank you. Have a very nice evening. Good night,
Thank
everyone.